Hey everyone. Um, Happy weekend. A quick message, a quick share from me in terms of what we talked about, and we started talking about, or what I started, I guess, talking about in the last few days. Today, the topic is healthy, and just a reminder, if anyone who is watching this hasn't seen the previous two recordings on this, the I guess the experience and life lived so far, not just mine, but also experiences of others, because it might seem like it's foolish to say at the age of 39 that you can tell people what creates a fulfilled life. And if it was just my experience, I would not necessarily talk about it so much. I would definitely be looking to have more experience and then be able to share this. But thankfully, there are other people, and you get to learn from their experience. You get to listen, ask the right questions, not just ask them in person, but also read about people, hear about other people, learn more. There are so many ways in which you can gain the knowledge of 100 people just for you, just in a matter of weeks, right? If you are doing this right, and you are learning it in the right way. So anyway, so according to the experience I've had so far, the three pillars to a fulfilled and really thriving life are happy, healthy, and wealthy. So that's happiness, health, and wealth, meaning that you will be striving for a happy life, for the happiness coming from within, not living based on what other people tell you, how other people see you, how they judge you, what you might wake up feeling like that day. You will also be living healthy, in a healthy body, healthy mind, healthy spirit, healthy relationships, health everywhere, and also creating wealth. So, meaning, live with passion, share your gifts, build your wealth. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much of that you keep and how much you can do so you can feel freedom. Because it's not about making a lot if you are tied to something and you are a slave to your own, to your own money machine, I guess. You wanna have a money machine that isn't tied to you being there. But that we can talk about that tomorrow. Today is about health. So, what is health, and why am I talking about health? Well, it seems like most people talk about health as, eating healthy and exercising. And that is important. That is super important. And I feel like this is so understated. A lot of people don't think about it. They think of it as a detached element, like, it's outside of them, it's beyond them, it's something that is not really linked to them. But actually, health is us. It's not something that we do or we are. It's well, actually, we are it. We are healthy, we are vigorous, we are, just full of everything, right? And so it's not detached from us. So it's not, I exercise 5 days a week, or I go to the gym, or I go for, it's, I live a healthy lifestyle. And when you say that, when this is what you strive for, you don't have to think about whether you've been to the gym or whether you've exercised today or not. You will be feeling pulled towards doing it. So there are two very, very distinct ways of making something happen. You either are a magnet to it and you pull it towards you, or you push for it. And when you push for it, what happens? You work hard, right? You work hard, you work, oh, I'm sorry. You work hard, you basically, like, yeah, push. But how does pushing feel? It feels hard. So, just on the topic of health, and specifically on fitness and healthy eating. So, they are actually a symptom of something that you have within you. So, that broader view of health, and what that is that when you feel that you are happy and fulfilled inside, you will be following healthy choices. You will be making healthy choices, because you will know that you are giving the best to yourself. when you do that for yourself, you can share that with others. So for example, many people have a sweet tooth or a craving, or they get upset and they go and eat, Ben and Jerry's from the fridge or something else similar. They don't exercise and then they feel bad about it. They feel sluggish, right? So this all comes as a result of the identity and the thinking that we are giving ourselves. And so how about we don't start with the body, like the physical and the stuff we put in our mouth, because again, it goes back to what goes inside, or what comes from inside, right? Which way are we looking at it? What comes out from the inside out, or what goes in from the outside? Because food and exercise are like external things. So when you think about, okay, so what causes me to make the choices I do? Okay, so my mental health, my my routines, my mindset, yeah, that's all mental health. My spiritual practice, meaning how often do I quieten? How often do I just listen to myself? Do I hear me? Not a commercial, not someone else advising me, not the conditioning and programming that I have been set to follow, just me, right? How often do we get back to this, like this place where we go, okay, so what does health mean? What is this for me? When do I feel right? When do I feel healthy? And when you go back to within, you actually start following choices and making choices and following routines that are in line with that. So you will be exercising more, you will be moving more, you will be eating cleaner, healthier, because you want to do it for yourself, because inside you already feel it, right? So health, when you look at the physical health, that's the last element of health. So let's pick this up from the very beginning, okay? So health is all about starting from inside, meaning ask yourself, what is it that I need? What does my body need? It's not asking what is the best diet people follow. And by diet, by the way, I don't mean you do it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you lose some weight and then you go back. Diet means a lifestyle, okay? Even though there is the word die in diet. But the word diet, actually what it's meant to mean, like the real meaning of that word, is not you do something for a short period of time and then you go back to the habit. No, the habit is the diet. Your eating habit is your diet, okay? So ask yourself the question, what do I want? Yeah, hi Vincent. What do I want? What do I feel is right for me? And then you will know. Like, for example, I've tried so many different things in terms of eating. And when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I was obsessed with like, how do I stay, in the right shape? Obviously living from outside in, not from inside out. But then I tried different eating habits because I wanted to see what makes me feel good. Like, how do I feel good? So 10 years ago, I gave up meat. And then there are different things that I have either introduced to my diet, my eating, or things that I have taken away. So I do intermittent fasting. And that's not because it's a fad thing. I actually feel great. I enjoy pushing my body to see how long can I give it some time off. Because for me, it's not starving myself until I get a window to eat. No, it's saying, how long can I give it time off for, so that it can then process the food for me in the most amazing way. And guess what? My metabolism is great, everything is great. But that's because I asked myself, how can I give my body something great? I fast and I do cleanses every 3 to 4 months. And that's because I want to give my body this, right? But that's because it's coming from within. It's because I asked myself, what is it that I want? So, for example, people ask me, are you vegan? I'm like, no, I'm not. Are you whatever? And I'm like, no, I'm not. Stop labeling someone as, are you this, are you that? It doesn't matter. I don't eat dairy and meat. And there are things that I avoid and things that I want to have, right? But guess what? When I want a nice gelato, If I feel like it once in a blue moon, I will have it because I'm not labeling myself, right? So it's all about that, not about like labeling yourself. But again, back, go back again. So the whole point of doing all this is because you feel this is the right thing for you to do, not because you're looking at the scales, not because you are seeing test results. Any test results can be overridden. Okay, and I mentioned to you yesterday when I was saying that I will talk about health. I will tell you a story of a friend of mine, and you tell me what you think, or you can, I guess you just think what you think. Let me know. I have a friend who was diagnosed with osteoporosis, with Crohn's disease, and I think it was bowel cancer. And she went to a doctor. She was tested for all sorts of things, and the doctor gave her the diagnosis of these three things and said that the stage cancer she had was meaning she had about 3 to 6 months to live. And he told her to put her affairs in order, go back to the country she comes from, give her family the last goodbyes, and that was it. And he gave her some pills because she started to be in pain. So a few months later, she caught herself swallowing her pills with white wine. So all she had in her stomach was pills and alcohol because she was in so much pain. And then she looked at all that and said, "What am I doing? If I'm supposed to die, is this really how I want to how I want to go?" No. So she tossed it all in trash. She tossed everything out. And she said, "That's not it. I choose something different." And guess what? She went and educated herself. She she made a choice that this is not the end, that she chooses, she has too much to do in the world, right? She educated herself. She went and did all sorts of different things. And fast forward along a few months later, she went back to the doctor, and she told the doctor, or maybe a year later or something, she told the doctor, like, please run all the tests for me, and I will, like, jokingly she said, I will pay you extra if you find something. And because she was feeling great, she was feeling amazing. And the doctor did all the tests, run all the scans and blood tests and everything else, and said, well, there's nothing, you had osteoporosis. And she said, had? He said, yeah. Why? Well, I can just see in your bones that this is something that you had. And she was like, what? So it turned out she cured two diseases. One was very, very hard. Many people die of cancer. And then Crohn's disease, which many people hear is incurable. And she was told reversed clearly osteoporosis. Now, why was that? Because she made a choice. She's like, I'm not going to believe the outside world. I believe what's inside here, right? That's who I am. And so what happens? So why does that link to health? Why does that link to what I was saying? It's a healthy spirit, healthy, I'm doing this again, healthy spirit, healthy body, healthy mind, healthy everything, healthy relationships, because it's all linked together. So you will have healthy mind because you are feeding it with the right stuff. You will have a healthy body because your mind is healthy and it's helping you go for you, not against you. You will be spiritually healthy because you are giving yourself the time to think, to connect with the world outside of you, with your higher self, with your own beliefs, with your own thoughts, with everything out there that is guiding you. Because we all have that within us, right? We all have the natural ability to listen to something, and we just have since being children, we've quietened down, we've quietened it. We gave ourselves so much noise that we just kept it quiet. And so what else is there? Well, you will have healthy relationships when you are also healthy in your mind, when you know you are giving yourself first. Okay, so healthy relationships, what does that mean? It means that you, whether there are personal relationships, professional relationships, any time you are talking to another person, any time you are staying in the company of another person for longer, or you see them often, that's a relationship, right? And so when we are self-loving, when we give ourselves first, like they say on the plane, put your put your oxygen mask on first, and then assist others. When we are self-loving and we are giving to self, meaning we spend that time in the morning, in the evening, whenever, not because we prescribed ourselves 5 till 5:30 meditation. That's like bullshit. I used to do that. And I was even more stressed. I was so much more stressed because of that. So, I was like going crazy. What if I don't have this? Or what if my kids were up at night because they were sick, and then I had to still get up at this time, and I didn't do my meditation, and now the day was out. Like, that was just panic and stress. So give yourself the time, but give yourself the time when you need it. So listen to yourself, not just your schedule and your calendar. You will know when you need it. You don't have to schedule it. And when you do that, you will know that self-caring, self-loving means that you don't accept certain things to be said or done to you. And also, you know how to deal with them. You don't have to lash out on anyone. You don't have to be angry about things. You just do. So I have some family members, very, very close family, who are very specific with their opinions. I'm sure many of you can say the same, can experience the same. And so, and also, their own boundaries, or what they decide that is right, or their belief system, their BS. And I noticed that when I get angry or upset that they're pushing my boundaries or whatever, that's exactly what happens. But when I say, well, I accept this, but I don't accept that because I love this. This is what I like, what I desire, and this I don't. So, for example, if I see someone behaving not in a nice way towards my kids, even if they mean right and they mean well, I can see the love in them. I can see that they mean well, that this is their way of saying or doing something that they feel is the right way to teach a behavior or to do something. But that's not a way for me. So I send them love for that. And I don't go, you did this or whatever. I say, okay, so, I've noticed how much love you are sharing with so and so or such and such by doing whatever. I can see how much you care for me by doing something. And I appreciate that. And I'm wondering if perhaps we could go about it slightly differently, because this way seems to be hurting someone, right? Might be the way someone talks to someone else. They're used to it, and they know that people in their surroundings will know that shows that they care, but someone else might not. Okay? So health is so, so, so important. It's such a broad topic. It's such a broad subject. It's all about, making sure that you ask yourself the question, do I feel healthy? And you will know the answer, because the answer might be in your physical health. Like, maybe dancing will be great today. Maybe going out hiking. Maybe I want to tone my muscle. Maybe I want to, take care of my bowels or my inner stuff, maybe a colon cleanse or something, right? Maybe I want to go out and have a walk by the ocean so that I get to breathe in. Oh my God, I can't even talk. Breathe in some fresh air, right? Maybe I want to sit down with a book and read on a park bench, because that's what feels healthy. Maybe I want to talk to someone because I feel like I have been living in my head for too long. Or maybe I want to be quiet by myself because I've been around so many people that I want that balance. Whatever it is, right? But ask yourself the question, because whether you are on your own, you're in a relationship, you have kids, when you show that to yourself, you will teach the others around you, first of all, that this is who you are and that's how you do things, and they will see that. And so maybe some boundaries are shown, but also you are showing them how to be. You are teaching others how to be. And that's the most important. And it doesn't have to be an hour of meditation every day. You know what meditation is? Meditation is just quieting down and stopping all thought. For example, just close your eyes now. Take a deep breath in and hold it, hold it, hold it. And with every force you've got, breathe out. And another breath in. And hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And out. And one last one. In. And hold it, hold it, hold it. And out. Now you can return to normal breathing. What I did there between the last breath and the next words was 5 seconds of peace and quiet. It was nothing. That's what meditation feels like. It's not about listening and following something. It might be. It's about letting yourself just be there, still, in between things. Someone really well explained to me once that meditation is, think about counting 1, 2, 3. And imagine the words in your mind, 1, 2, 3. And try to say them without a gap, without a break. 1, 2, 3. There's still a mental break, right? 1, 2, 3. There's a break, even though you say it fast. So imagine yourself the gap between the end of 1, so the letter E or just the word 1, and the beginning of 2. The gap there, just sit in that gap, and that gap is meditation. That gap is that break, that quietness, that stillness, that peace. Just imagine this, okay? Go into this. Anyway, that's exactly what it is. So just to recap: mental health, physical health, spiritual health, healthy relationships, self-care, self-love. These are all components of health. Physical health is all the symptom of what's going on with us inside, right? So if we're in great physical health, if we're in great shape, if we're in a great, amazing, I don't know, just like you can tell that we are just spreading life and joy, that's because everything else inside is great, okay? So hopefully that was helpful, and it kind of took health on a different spin. But when you feel healthy, you can have all those amazing dreams. When you feel you've taken care of yourself, that's health. Then you take care of others. And then we can talk about making money, being wealthy, following your passion. And we will do that tomorrow. And so I'm very excited about that. So let's talk then. For now, I want to thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome rest of your day, night, middle of the week, weekend, morning, middle of the night. And I will see you next time.